What is going on, guys? Dippin Diesel back. Today we're going to be doing kind of a learning video for me. If you guys are new to the channel, this is my 1965 Dodge D500. We've done a lot of stuff to this thing so far. I'll show you the engine bay real quick. Put a new intake manifold, new carburetor, cleaned up the engine bay, made it look really good. We've just redid the sides. We are going to be doing a back rack, new wooden back rack. Just got a new toolbox bolted down. We redid the stain on the bed, redid the sides, got the front brakes working, painted the front wheels. Still have to do the back wheels. But we've done a lot of stuff to this truck so far. If you guys want to see videos on it, link down below. There will be a full playlist where you can see every single video that I've made. But for today, like I said, we're going to be doing kind of a learning video for me. I see you guys commenting all the time on my shifting. So today we're going to be trying out some of the methods you guys suggested. For some reason, I always grind fourth and fifth gear. So we're going to be testing out some methods you guys suggested. One would be slowing my shifting down. You guys are saying I'm shifting way too fast. So we'll go ahead and try that. Another thing would be double clutching. We'll go ahead and give that a try. I've never done it before, but I'll go ahead and give it a try for you guys that suggested that. Another thing would be splitting my gears. We'll go ahead and give that a try. All this is going to be a learning experience for me. I've never double clutched. I've never split gears, and we're also going to be try floating gears. We're going to try and not use the clutch while we shift. So I actually did that coming here to this spot. I tried to pick a spot where it's an actual road and not dirt, because dirt's always bumpy and the dirt roads are always bumpy around here. So I try to find a spot that I can just drive and there's not gonna be a lot of cars while I'm practicing. So I have the orange triangle on the back, slow moving triangle. So if any cars wanna pass me, I'll go ahead and wave them forward. My four ways work, so if I need to slow down and park on the side of the road like I am right now, turn the four ways on, people can pass me. So we're gonna do this safe, but I really do wanna practice and get shifting down really good. I'm really excited about floating the gears, which is not using your clutch, because I did it on the way here like I said, and it seems a lot easier to shift like that. It didn't grind. I think I went from third to fourth to fifth floating it, and it didn't grind at all. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a try. So if you guys have any suggestions while you're watching this video as I'm shifting, leave them in the comments below. I read every single comment, so every comment that's nice and giving me constructive criticism, that's like trying to help me, not just talking shit. But you guys that comment to help me improve my videos, improve my shifting, improve my knowledge of working on this truck, it's always appreciated. So let's go ahead, hop right in the cab and get to learning. So I just want to mention, if you guys hear the truck kind of stuttering, I mentioned it in last video, how if I'm in high gear or whatever, it kind of stutters. A lot of you guys were saying that it was either my timing or my carburetor needs to be adjusted. Straight out of the box, when we put this carburetor on, we did nothing to it, so it's straight out of the box, no adjusting whatsoever. We didn't mess with the timing or anything like that, so that could be the reason why it is jerking like that. But I just want to let you guys know that if you guys see that in this video, that's what it is, or so what you guys told me it was. So let's go ahead and start this baby up and get to driving. I want to do clutchless shifting first, because that's what I'm more excited about. I don't think that double clutching is going to work in this truck, because I tried doing it on the way here and it was still grinding. So I want to do the floating the gears, which is, you know, you have it in second, you don't use your clutch to take it out of gear, and then you don't use your clutch to put it in gear. It's all about hearing the engine and knowing when to shift. So that's what we're going to go ahead and try first, and it should be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. And I do have a water pump leak, so I'm not sure how long I'm going to be out here. It is dripping down. It's all spraying on the hood, so I do have to get that fixed. But for now, it should be fine. I have some extra coolant if I need extra coolant, if it starts getting a little bit hot. But anyway, let's go ahead. We'll wait for this car to pass. There's another car coming up on me. I'll turn my four ways on so they know to pass me. And then also, this clutch needs to be bled. There's a lot of air in this line. It takes me a lot to push on the pedal. So if you see jerking motions when I take off, it's just the clutch pedal that's making it do that. It's not myself. And yeah, so say we go ahead and put it in first. If I go ahead and really jerky like that, we'll go ahead and so much. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that so much. But we're in 5th gear right now. And that's not splitting gears at all. My brake was still on. God, I always forget that. Yeah, I'm not sure what that noise is. But you know, we're in 5th gear. We went ahead and floated those gears, not using the clutch. And it actually shifted a lot better than using the clutch, because I would always grind in 4th gear. 5th gear was kind of iffy. I usually didn't grind so much in 5th gear, but you know, 4th gear was one of the main things that I used to grind on, and it didn't grind at all. We're coming up to a stop sign. I kind of want to turn around. I just don't know where to turn around, because I don't want to go into a populated area while we're making this video, so I can actually like learn and not crash into anybody or whatever. So thinking about just turning around right here. Float the gears one more time. Oh yeah, we'll float the gears. Man, I don't know what that is, man. It's all about hearing the engine. As the engine is revving up, this is what I'm learning from right now. When I hear the engine revving up, as I'm shifting into neutral, once I hear the engine slow down and go to I don't know how to explain it, go to like a different tone, that's when I go ahead and shift it into gear and it doesn't grind at all. So I think that's my favorite way of shifting so far. I'm not sure how it's going to work when I'm trying to split the gears, which if you guys don't know what that is when you shift from high to low, your 2-speed rear end. And yeah, so floating the gears, I'm not sure about downshifting though. Yeah, see here, hear that? So downshifting, I'm not sure how that's going to work. I may have to just use the clutch or whatever. But I still don't know what that noise is that's flapping around. So the next thing I want to do is try splitting gears. So basically you're going to start in low, you're going to start in second, you're going to pull up on the 2-speed shifter, take your foot off the pedal, and once you hear it shift, go back. You're going to go ahead and keep it in high, shift to third. As soon as you shift into third, push it down, and then it'll kick into second, and then go to high, and then vice versa for every single gear. So let's go ahead and try splitting these gears. I'm gonna do it slow because I have a tendency to speed up real quick. I think this is a newer truck, but it's really not. So I don't want to get the RPMs too high. I hope you guys can hear me real good, because this I'm filming on the GoPro. I don't have anyone to film with me right now. I'm gonna pull off to the side of the road real quick. Let this car pass me. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to split these gears for the first time. You guys are seeing it here first. So I'm in low right now. give me a break. So I'm in 4th high right now. And I'm gonna float it to 5th, and then we'll shift down to low and then go back up to high. So if anyone on this video can tell me what that noise is every time I can be in 2nd gear now when it does it. It's doing it a lot more than it was before. I'm not sure if that's the timing or the carburetor needs to be adjusted or something. It could be like a valve getting stuck. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below. So we're in 5th high right now. And yeah, for the most part, this truck drives really good. It's just that clicking noise that I'm not sure what it is. But for sure, floating the gears is my favorite. It doesn't grind at all if I put it in at the exact time it needs to be put in. So yeah, this is really fun to drive, guys. I hope you guys can see me and the shifter at the same time. It's kind of the only spot that I can put the GoPro. I know a lot of people can probably drive this truck without even grinding it. Like I've been doing it almost all day, barely grinding it. So yeah, that thing was just a joke. But I'm in 5th gear right now, I'm floating these gears and it's driving really good. I'm driving on a main road right now. All the way to the floor to get me to stop. Man, I need back brakes. Or just to fix the front brakes, because I think they're messed up a little bit. But we're back home. She wrote, guys. That's all she wrote. So as you can see, that water pump is leaking and slinging coolant. You can see it down there, slinging coolant everywhere. It's all over the alternator, all right here. So we'll have to figure out where that leak is coming from. I think it's from my homemade gasket on the bottom side. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure where that clicking noise is coming from. Could be literally anything under here. I just can't see where it is or what it is, being inside the truck and hearing it from outside and hearing it from inside the cab. But you know, I think a lot of you guys were right when you guys were saying for me to slow down my shifting, because it's kind of like when you're floating the gears. I think that's what you're calling. If I'm calling it the wrong thing, it's when you're doing clutchless shifting. But I figured out that while driving this thing and floating the gears, I listen to the engine, and when the engine goes to a lower idle, that's when I can put it in gear without using the clutch. And I just did it right here when I was pulling around onto this main road. I pushed the clutch in and I was going to go to fourth, and I waited for that engine noise when I listen when I'm doing the clutchless shifting. That same engine noise when I pushed the clutch in, and I put it in fourth and it didn't grind. So I think you guys were right that I was shifting too fast. It still grinds a little bit, but when I float the gears, it hardly ever grinds when I'm actually listening to the engine and shifting when it wants to shift. I think that's the best thing to do. So I'm not even gonna try to double clutch. I'm sure I can learn it real quick. I'm a really good learner. I know how to, put my mind to something and do it. But I think I like floating the gears a lot better than even using the clutch. Like it's a lot easier. You just have to make sure you're listening to the engine when you're gonna shift. So, that's me going on a little drive and learning how to drive this old truck. I know how to drive a manual. It's just these older trucks are a little bit different. And let me know your favorite way to shift these old trucks. Is it double clutching? Is it just regular shifting? Is it floating gears? Let me know. I kind of got the understanding of splitting gears. It's not really that difficult to do. Have it in second gear, low. You gain up speed, pull the 2-speed, take your foot off the gas, and then put it back on once you hear the axle shift. As you're going to third, shift up, put the axle back in low, gain some speed, pull the axle up, shift into fifth, push it down, gain up some speed, pull the axle up, and then you're going. So it's not really that hard. I pretty much got on the first time I actually tried doing it. When I was driving earlier, a couple of videos back, I would just put in 2-speed and fifth gear, just because I'm not really towing anything. I don't really have to use 2-speed high in second and third and fourth gear, maybe fourth gear if I wanted to, but putting it in fifth gear in 2-speed, the other videos work fine. I still have to figure out what that clicking noise is. It it doesn't hesitate, but it like clicks and then stops the engine for a minute and then it goes. So let me know in the comments below. Got to get a timing light. I think we may actually do that when Mike comes over next. He usually comes over on Saturdays because he doesn't have work. So we may do that. He has a timing light. We'll go ahead and mess with the carburetor then, mess with the timing then. But yeah, overall, I'm super happy how this truck is turning out, how it's driving. It's idling pretty high. Not high, but it's idling high. And yeah, overall, besides that, stuttering, clicking noise, I'm hearing it underneath the dash, but there's nothing really under here that would cause that. Part of the vent, that's definitely not making that noise. But something under here or something in the engine bay, I can hear it like at the floorboard. I'm not sure what that is. But I'm gonna go ahead and drive home and float these gears some more. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any tips, tricks, or just any comments, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Dippin' Diesel, out.